today we are actually going to start our unit assessment for ancient Roman civilizations. Our unit assessment this time is different. It's not just reading a passage and answering questions. Yes, you're going to read a passage and you're going to answer some questions on it, but there's a lot more to it this time. For instance, we are going to kind of pull some skills about fact and opinion that we did from the past into it today. And this is going to go into research for tomorrow's work on our test. So like I said, it's kind of that 2-day piece. Right now, we are going to be looking at page 157. We're not flipping through our book. And it says, Case 1, Core Talk. Read the article, Roman architecture is all around, then follow your teacher's directions. So, I don't need you flipping through things. This is going to be a little bit different. We're going to take this out, but I need you to follow directions in it. So we're going to go ahead and take this page out. And the next page, 159. When you have both those pages out, hold them up for me and put your notebook away. Hold them up so I can see them both. Thank you. Go ahead and put them down on your desks. Let Zoe put that away. Lexi, put it away. Joey, Kason, put it away. Third graders, over the course of today and tomorrow, we are going to be reading different opinion writing. The first opinion piece is called Roman Architecture All Around. We are going to be reading about someone's opinion, and it's going to be centered around Roman architecture. When we hear that word architecture, or we see that word architecture, what do we mean? Griffin.
Like Roman art.
Kind of. It definitely, say it again.
Roman type of art.
It definitely has something to do with, it's kind of became a piece of their art form, but not just their art, because we know that Rome also had mosaics and drawings and things like that. But architecture was a huge piece to them. But what do we mean when we say architecture? Viola. Buildings. When we think of architecture, we're thinking of buildings. When we think of architecture, we're thinking of find the word architecture and put your finger on it. Today, while we read Roman architecture is all around, you're going to be reading about Rome's architecture. Another word for architecture is going to be thank you, Griffin. Another word for architecture is going to be buildings. We're going to be thinking about the different buildings that they have as their architecture and how they kind of created it. When you guys are done today reading it, you're going to read it once. You're going to read it a second time. And the second time through, I want you to pause after each paragraph and think, what information did I learn in this paragraph? Read the next paragraph and then think, what did I learn in the paragraph? Next paragraph, read it, and then what did I learn in this paragraph? Next paragraph, read it, and then what did I learn in this paragraph? Flip it over. You do have a paragraph on the back as well. Don't forget it. Read that one in as well and think, what did I learn, or what was the purpose of this paragraph? So 2 reads through before you get to your next activity. Your next activity then, after you've read it through twice, so is it going to be like a super fast read, or are you going to have to take some time on it today? Take some time. The next one is something you are all familiar with. Do you guys remember this?
Opinion.
Today, you are going to be thinking about facts and opinions. And you have 4 questions you're going to write. Now, or 4 questions you're going to answer. This is very basic. This is kind of what we saw when we did Pompeii. We read about Pompeii, then we filled this out, and we talked about Pompeii. We're going to do that same thing today, but I want you to know that the level of kind of toughness with these and what you have to answer on them gets more significant with each one of these that we do, okay? We, in the end, will have done 3 of these, where we read it, we answer some questions. We read it, we answer a little bit harder questions, We read it, we answer some pretty tough questions. In the end, we will have 3 pages like this that have fabulous notes on them, right? So this is really a note-taking piece. That being said, do you need complete sentences?
No.
These are notes, so do you need complete sentences?
No.
You do not need complete sentences today because they're notes. You're going to need that, though, for the future, because in the future, you're going to have to write complete sentences, okay? You're going to do this, and then when we are all completed, we're going to have a group discussion. So if you're someone who likes to stare off into space and not do their work, you're going to put everybody else behind because we have to do a discussion before we can move on to the next piece. So don't treat this like we have a ton of time. Treat it with, hey, I want to read this. I want to learn all my information. I want to answer my questions. I want to get it done, and I want to get it done super great. I want to do really well on it, okay? Sound good? I'm going to grade your notes. This is your grade. A big chunk of it is grading these notes. Okay? So am I going to give you answers?
No.
No. But let's look at our questions. How about that? Question number 1. What is the author's opinion? Viola, I'm not sure why you have a pencil out even. Question number 1. Everybody point to it. You're not even on the right page, you goose. Question number 1. What is the author's opinion about the greatest Roman contribution? Everybody point to that word contribution. The word contribution, it means like you have done something for. So like if I contribute something, I've given it. Okay? So we're then thinking of the author's opinion of the greatest Roman contribution. So what have they given all of us? And we're going to read about it today. And how can you tell? We've seen this before, haven't we? We've had to answer someone's opinion, and we've had to explain how we knew this. Everybody point to the second question. Do you agree with the author? Why or why not? Can you just put no?
No.
Can you just put yes?
No.
You have to give a reason why you agree with the opinion up above. So do you need to make sure you get that opinion right? Yes. Point to number 3. What are 2 facts in the article? Third grader friends, what is a fact? When we say that word fact, what do we mean? Zoe, what do we mean when we say fact?
Like it tells it tells something about something.
Yep, facts are going to tell you about it, right? And it's what?
And it's true.
It is. I love that you added that piece. It tells you about something, and it is true. Facts are not my feelings inside. Facts are, I have evidence to support it. They are, we can support it with science or with information, right? A fact is real. The next one is, what are 2 opinions in the article? What is an opinion? Haley.
It's how you feel about it.
An opinion is how you feel about it. It's someone's thoughts about it. Today, we're going to be reading the opinion of this author. We're going to be thinking about what is this author's opinion, and you're going to find 2 opinions in this. So we've come across some things before. Let's see. Ryder, come on up here by me. We're going to practice fact and opinion. Here's my friend Ryder. You think of the answer. Don't shout it out. Ryder has on a red shirt. Fact or opinion?
Fact.
It's supported. He has a red shirt on. Very good. Ryder is a giant.
Opinion.
Opinion. I think he's a tall kid compared to other kids, but he's not a giant. Ryder is a kid with brown hair.
Fact.
Ryder's hair is super cool.
Opinion.
Opinion. Ryder has freckles.
Fact.
Ryder is nice.
Opinion.
Ryder is goofy.
Opinion.
Ryder thinks I'm awesome.
Opinion.
No, that's fact, right?
Hey.
I'm just kidding. Give him a hard time. Fact and opinion. We can prove his shirt is red. We know he has brown hair. We know he has freckles.
That's not my shirt. It's a sweatshirt.
Well, it's still on top, and you're wearing it as a top half of your outfit, right? I can prove those things about him. The other things were my thought. If I think he's a cool kid, that's an opinion, okay? It's my own thoughts and my feelings on him. Thank you for being my guinea pig today. Chloe's used to that. This is your job over the course of the next few minutes. How many times are you going to read this before you write anything?
2.
You're reading through this twice before you write anything down. When I see that we've all finished, we'll have a class discussion.